Tales from the Squeeze Notes, 28th of March, 2022. So, as predicted, we had much bigger problems than our Octavian fight on our hands this session. Dagna was able to find her way up to the top floor of the Institute and promptly had another one of her visions. She saw that she was in a beautiful grassland farming community that was where she grew up, even though Dagna actually grew up as an apprentice working in a forge. She imagined that she grew up in a farming community, much like the one she found herself in on the top floor of the Institute. She knew that she'd built this place for herself back in the First Age as somewhere to chill out, basically somewhere to come to get away from it all. But she's had a few of these visions now, so she's sort of aware of the underlying reality, which was much more dismal in terms of what was actually on the first floor of the Institute. There was rubble, most of the buildings had been destroyed, trees had been cut down. What you'd expect when you're, a floor away from a portal to hell. So, but there were some things that were present in both the vision and reality. Namely a figure off in the distance meditating, and his whole circle heading towards her, although they hadn't quite seen her yet, so she quickly ducked back down. Jonah wasn't too far away. They got together and decided to call back Lawrence from the lower levels of the Institute, so Lawrence dutifully returned. After a quick discussion, concluded this is clearly what we're looking for. We don't want to harm the meditating figure that is very probably Devon, or at least some form of Devon. It's become clear by this point that Dagna is a reincarnation of Devon. She shares his shard, and Lawrence was able to use his knowledge of how solar exaltation worked to deduce that this is very likely not some sort of temporal fault. Yes, we are very close to hell where we are right now, and time is very strange there, but in Lawrence's and Dagna's best opinions, this isn't two instances of the same shard being in the same place at the same time. Whatever Devon is now, be it a ghost or something nastier, he's lost his solar shard. Dagna has that now, and whatever is on the top floor of the Institute, meditating everything into existence, it doesn't have a solar shard. It's not a living solar. So, but it still might have memories from a living solar, which would obviously, particularly a first stage solar, would be very, very useful for what our circle's trying to achieve in particular. So we agreed as a group, no killing, no murder of Devon, or whatever it is up there. He's way too useful. Hopefully try and negotiate something with him. If that's not possible, take him alive. We've got the cuffs. We've got various ways we could potentially hold him and at least, forcibly extract some information from him before doing whatever we need to do. If it has to come to that, for instance, if he's a Death Lord, he's probably not gonna leave him alive or undead. But we'll get to that later, because as of the end of the session, we still don't really know what we're dealing with. However, the circle went up in peace, and were immediately attacked by all of Devon's circle members and his loyal Dragonbloods that had been summoned to him as well. So, not taking this too negatively, these things seem to just be mindless automata that attack whatever they see as per previous sessions. So we're not feeling too down about it. We're not feeling too bad. Like, we just need to get through to Devon and help him understand that we're not tricks, we're not demons. We're actually here, and we just want to talk to him. That said, the fight went not the best. Lawrence was able to circle round everybody without getting engaged on or taking too many hits, and is, as of close, short range of Devon, having actually managed to attempt a ranged grapple against Devon, which missed because he has parry 20. So there's that. But in attempting to do that, we forced him to parry, which was the first actual movement we'd seen him make. At that point, we were able to establish that he is awake. He is conscious. He's aware of what's happening in the room. He's not in such a deep trance that he's completely out of it. And obviously, with Devon and Dagna having such a close connection, we decided we leaned on Dagna quite a bit to try and form some sort of connection with Devon. She fortunately has a command module built into her power armor, which is able to magnify her voice many fold. So she used that ability to call across the battlefield to Devon. Sort of used a lot of her essence to try and show that they were the same, that the essence was his essence, and that he should therefore listen to her. She partially succeeded in pulling him out of the trance that he's in. Most of the apparitions disappeared at that point, leaving only one that's very close to Devon and seems to be like his personal guard. We'll see. And one Dawncast, who was fighting Jonah at the time, who promptly stuck a big spear in Jonah's head, taking away more than half of his health track. And unfortunately distracting Dagna. She's now getting involved in that situation, trying to take out this Dawncast by, let's go with more conventional means than dealing with the source of Devon, which leaves sort of Lawrence on his own with Devon, his guard, and whoever else is going to summon from his trance. But to be fair, Jonah did seem like he needed the help. I think Lawrence is going to try and talk Devon down next session. That you know, after rolling a 17 and missing in a storyteller system, I don't think I'm going to win a fight against this guy. I think my only option is going to be to try and talk him down. Fortunately, I've got something like initiative in the 20s to spend away to survive whatever's thrown at me while I try and talk him down. But I don't think I'll do as good as John Stagno would have done. So we'll see next session.